Hey, what's up, guys? So, it's weird, man. So, doing this is a strange thing for me because it's so unpersonable. I'm one of those people that I gotta look you in the eye. I gotta see you to meet you. You know, I gotta see your soul. I gotta see who you are as a person. And so doing this it's unfamiliar. But I feel so that's why when I ask for if I'm helping out or comments, and I know that this is my podcast part, so some of you guys don't know what I'm talking about, and you're just coming across me and stuff. But I've been doing TikTok for a little while. This is my second podcast, so you have to bear with me. So, and I don't know. I know that the shirts. I'm not going to take my shirt off for the podcast because who knows. But this right here is the whole reason why I'm doing any of this. The what I've put into this, how much of my soul that I put into it, and I need because of that. It's helping me to feel like compassion for others, because now I know how hard it is, but I know how easy it is also. I know what it looks like on the other side of the wall, where like look, I have gone nowhere. I am planting the seeds of things to come, because I know this. I know that if I work hard now, something's gonna come of it. And it's because I'm not gonna quit. I'm putting more than I can ever put into something. And there's a fire inside me, and I know that you guys could get there. It's just we all have that in our brain, Sometimes I get passionate about certain things, and all my friends know me. I talk with my hands, and if you know me in person, this is pretty much a conversation with me anyways, right? It's true. I do Bogart conversations, and sometimes I ask your opinion, and then I give it to you. But you have to understand that's not me anymore. I've definitely learned how to listen, a little bit. Sometimes with I'm not necessarily an emotional guy, but there's a lot more proud moments that make me have that well up. You know what I mean? Like I have it right now, where like you feel like you broke through on something. It's hard to explain. I usually have the ability to explain, but with certain feelings or certain something, you almost sound like a kook. You remember through your life and stuff, you see that super positive person, that one that you're just like, hey, what's wrong with that dude? He's a sunshine up his ass and blue rainbows, and what's wrong with that guy? I remember I was the person that would judge that person like, what's happening over there? But now I know. Oh, they were on the other side of the wall. And if you had to listen to my first podcast, I understand what that meant. Yeah, you're gonna have. I ramble, and sometimes I connect the dots, and sometimes I don't. I've never been diagnosed with ADD, but but I use it as a plus, because if I know I'm doing it in the moment, I know if I can control it. That's just another win for me. If I can catch it, when it's happening, instead of trying to go to the medication and all that stuff for it. I've tried that stuff, and yeah, I guess it makes you focus, but yeah, there's a lot more other stuff that you don't need with it. So, I'm good, and so, but I'm gonna jump around. I jump back around. Hopefully, I come back around to the topic that I do. I know most of the time I don't, but this is just me trying to help you guys out, show you where, I'm. I say my age all the time, but the age is the fact that people would just give up on themselves at this point. If you haven't achieved your dreams, and or whatever, all those billionaires, they didn't become the billionaires until they're in their 50s. So, but that, and it wasn't like maybe overnight, but they didn't get that great idea until then. And so they definitely found discipline. They found that ability to give up everything else to focus on this for the future. You know what I mean? To produce something for the future, they had to put everything into it, and I mean everything. And I mean heart and soul. So this here is it's just, you're watching a man try to grow. You're watching a man learn and hopefully get smarter, and hopefully my company gets bigger. So, because I have my family to take care of. Another, one of those things, man. And it's because passion. I've never had so much passion in my life. I've never been inspired, and inspired is not enough, because inspired, it goes away. That's the inspiration is this. It's that I am on the right path. I am on the right journey of learning. And at first, even I was skeptical of, okay, I'm reading these self-help books or whatever this, but I listen, right? And when you're listening to them, stuff starts to click. They start to tell you things you already know, but you're not aware of. The habit thing I always talk about. So you in these books and they just keep kind of repeating certain things. And I got to tell you, most of them is you got to show kindness and you got to be real about it. And that's how to be good to people. That's how better communicator, better leader. Don't teach from fear and scar tissue. You teach from lifting them up, showing them what their positives are, and helping them work on their negatives. But help them believe that they can be better instead of always beating them down and telling them, show you this, show you that. No, that's not how you teach people now. You got to respect people. You give respect to get respect. And so when you teach somebody something, you teach them the right way. You teach them with, hey, we're good at this. Hey, how about we try this? How about we do this? You never let them learn. Let them answer the question, because they get the answer. Oh man, look at that. Second time. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I just had this little thing. See, I don't even remember how I started this, and that's how I ramble, and that's my ADD. So you guys just have to bear with me. But what was it? Should I pause and rewatch it and figure out what I was talking about? Nah, I think that this will be my second podcast, just for you guys to understand what kind of guy I am, and I care about you guys. Now, I guess I'm going to end every single podcast with that, because if I can get one of you, and that's the thing. If I can get one of you can inspire another one of you, and then that can go, and then that can go. We can try and inspire tons and tons of people, but how? It's because we all think we have it in us, and we all start, and we're all motivated, but it's Thursday, and you're sore, and I did enough, and we all know that. And then you just start to slowly just get back to the same old habits, becoming the same person you were that you didn't want to be. You started working out and started doing that stuff to better yourself. So stay with it. All right, guys. That's my second one. I only have time on Sundays, so if I can squeeze something in the week, I will. But other than that, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday, and I'll probably see you next Sunday. Peace out.